So a couple of things I hope we realized from that animation is that as the number of the sides increased, the exterior angle measure was actually decreasing. And so with the triangle with 3 sides, if it was regular, remember each of the exterior angles was 120 degrees. And when we talked about our 360 gone, each one of the exterior angles was only 1 degree. So that number is approaching close to 0. Of course, it would never equal 0, but it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller as the number of sides is increasing. But the sum of the exterior angles is always 360 degrees. The sum of the interior angles is different. Remember, it's that formula n minus 2 times 180. But the sum of the exterior angles is always that constant value of 360 degrees. So we had 3 exterior angles in the triangle. 3 times 120 is 360. We had 360 of these 1 degree angles, also equaling 360 degrees. So it's just always this constant value. Oops. Okay, so 2 things to remember, so you can answer question 3 in your notes. You won't be doing it with your table partner, but you can just pause the video in just a moment and try to work on this a little bit on your own first. Remember that at each vertex, the sum of the interior and the exterior angle is always 180 degrees because they're a linear pair together. So that means if n is the number of vertices, then the sum of all the interior angles and all the exterior angles, one at each vertex, is 180 degrees times n. So we know each pair is 180, and you have n of those. So this would represent the sum of all of those pairs of angles, interior and exterior, one at each vertex. Now I want you to show algebraically, which means I want you to set up an equation and show why the exterior angles of a polygon always add up to be 360 degrees. So I'll give you a little hint here. You know that the sum of all the interior plus the sum of all the exterior must equal this 180n. We have a formula for the sum of the interior. Remember, that's the n minus 2 times 180. And you're trying to prove that the sum of the exterior is 360. So for now, just put this as a question mark or an X or whatever you want it to be. And you're trying to solve for this and make sure that it equals 360 degrees. So simplify this expression and see if you can come up with it being 360 on your own.